Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some
Alright guys, homemade cinnamon toast crunch. I have all my ingredients here. I need the food processor. We gotta get the oven preheated. Is the first step to 350 degrees. So let's go over here to the oven. I have this prepped up. We're gonna hit this preheat, get that preheating. Then we go over here. The next step is to make the cinnamon sugar. Combine a tablespoon of cinnamon and the sugar, which was half a cup. So I have them here. We're gonna just get them mixed in together. Cinnamon and sugar. Sorry for the dishwasher. One of these days I'll get the timing of that guy right so he's not going while I'm recording. Alright, so there's my cinnamon sugar. The next up we're going to use in the food processor, we're going to put, now this recipe has whole wheat flour, regular flour. I'm just using the Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1. So it has 1 1/4 cup of whole wheat and 1 1/4 cup of white, and I'm just using 2 1/2 of the Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1. So I'm going to put that bad boy in here. Carefully, try not to make a mess. Into the food processor. Alright, and then we need 1/2 teaspoon of salt in there, right? Yep, flour. We need this 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. This 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. And my butter cubes here that I made, which is 2 cups, or 2 sticks, not 2 cups, I'm sorry, 2 sticks, 1 cup of cold salted butter cut into 1/2-inch pieces. So, stick that in there. Pulse until the mix clumps together to form pea-sized balls. Then add the vanilla and cold water, 1 tablespoon at a time. So let's see. Let's do the pulse. And 1/2 cup of cold water, 1 teaspoon at a time. So vanilla is 2 teaspoons. Alright, the dough is supposed to be coming together. Add a little bit more water. Alright, so let's see. The next up, now that we have the dough together, is we're going to turn it out into a floured surface and form a ball. Divide it in half, working with 1 piece of dough at a time, as thin as I can, an 1/8 inch thick. Put it on parchment paper, brush with melted butter, and sprinkle generously with cinnamon sugar. I'm going to put it right on the parchment paper roll, because this is gluten-free we're talking about here. Cut into 1/2-inch squares and repeat with the remaining dough. Okay, let's get some of this out of the way. I need to get this butter melted. Alright, I don't know if that's about half or not, but I'm just gonna go for this. I'm gonna roll it out flat. Get my rolling pin. And I'm probably going to need a little more flour on that. I think my rolling pin's in here. In the broken drawer. Still see there's chunks of butter in that. Rolling out gluten-free things is always a little sketch, guys. That's why I just want to do it on this pan it's going to bake on. So if I have to move it, it's going to come unstuck. I have it rolled out, 1/8 inch thick, large piece of parchment paper. We're going to brush it with melted butter and sprinkle generously with cinnamon sugar, pressing the sugar into the dough. Alright, hold on. Alright, so I got my melted butter, my cinnamon sugar. I'm not going to move it. I'm only going to do the one side. I hope it's flat enough. It's definitely not going to be square perfectly, but... So we brush on some butter. And then, I can still see some of the butter in there, man. Then I'm going to generously sprinkle the cinnamon sugar. And I want to like press it in. I wonder if I should, don't lose my brush. Give it a little like press with a rolling pin. Couldn't hurt, right? All right. So then this is one of them. We're going to cut into 1/2 inch squares. I'm just gonna go for it, y'all. Like what I would see Cinnamon Toast Crunch looking like. I'm going to put it on 12 to 14 minutes. So let's get that in there. Get the other one going. Just giving them a little extra cut through here because they look very attached. Here is that first batch. It's been cooling. Let's get out the second batch. It smells really good. These are definitely, I didn't roll out as thin. And just give them a scoring. Right. Let's turn this off, and we're gonna let this cool completely, and then we're gonna crumble them up. I actually sprinkled some of the extra cinnamon sugar on that, and I'm gonna do it on this too while it's still cooling, because I have some left, so just give it another extra little. There they are.
Not crunchy. It's like cinnamon sugar pie crust. I want it to be crunchy. Roll it out thinner, cook it longer.